Think with your head, think clarity, and avoid distractions. Hello everyone, Jay Garcia. Let's get real with Jay. Just leaving the gym this morning. We're going to be having an event here in about a couple hours. So we're trying to do a lot of things before you. Trying to get ahead of it. You know, the only way to get ahead in life is to start earlier. Sometimes they ain't early enough. Maybe you just don't go to bed at those points. That's what it is. And you know, that's actually real success people do that many times overnight. I like to function. You know, it gets to a certain point where the less sleep I get, the more of a zombie I start acting like, which is not productive. So you definitely need to find what your medium is. What is the least amount of sleep you can get and still be productive? If you're overworking and not being productive, then you're just spinning wheel. Don't do that. That's a waste of time. But you know, focus on you, focus on your visions, your goals, have clarity, and don't let other people distract you. That's going to be a big key when you're aiming for success. I know the sun's a little rough on here this morning, but you know, I get calls every day. I get thousands of calls every day from, of course, from our businesses, but some of the calls that come in are random, more of a shock, surprise than anything else. You know, I call those distractions. The thing about it is, you know, the closer you are to any type of success you're trying to acquire, any vision, any goal you're pursuing, the closer you get to it, the harder it will get. Do not let that discourage you, however, because that should be a key to you that I am getting closer. It shouldn't be so hard unless you're just doing it wrong. That is, you know, don't do something wrong over and over and expect a different result, as Einstein would say. You know, but if you're on the right track, if you're doing everything you should, if you're putting in the work, the discipline, the drive, everything is there, and somehow it seems like it's getting harder and harder. You know, many times that's where a lot of people pull back. Right before they get to that goal is where they pull back and they stop, they quit. Okay. If you pursue it hard enough, long enough, and you go after it, you know, the harder it gets, the closer you are. Keep going. Les Brown would say, keep pushing, because it is on the other side. And when you get there, it is such a satisfaction. It's like, God, thank God I stuck out with it. I've said that many, many times. Thank God I pursued it and I didn't stop. And oh, there were times when, it was there. I was like, and F this, like, if enough of this shit. Like, you know what? And you start doubting yourself. You know, that's the thing, is that when it gets harder and harder and you keep pursuing it, you're just not seeing the light. It's like, you know, maybe it ain't supposed to be. Maybe it ain't for me. Maybe I'm not supposed to be there. You know, those doubts come. It's okay to think them. And even then I would limit that, but it's not okay to voice them. Do not voice that. And do not let somebody else distract you and make you think that. Okay, the naysayers, the no-go getters, they would love for you to fail, so that when you do, they can say, I told you so. I told you so. You know, the biggest drive motivation that I have is me being a better me for me, my family, for my future, and also for my haters, because I love proving people wrong. For every asshole that said I couldn't do it, I've done it. I've done it repeatedly, over and over and over, and I watch them sit in their struggle, worrying about how they're going to pay their light bill. You can't even pay your light bill. You're trying to give me advice about how to live my life, how to be successful. You're living off somebody else. You're constantly asking for money. You're constantly begging, but you want to give advice. Those are the distractions that are going to come to you, and it's always a petty bullshit story. I couldn't do this. I couldn't. You know what? We all get the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, and sometimes we got to remind ourselves about that. It's like, look, we can all go after the same goal, but only he or she who truly pursues it, who truly goes after it, puts in the time, that's the person that's going to get it. Now, why should that person that gets it, that put in the time, the work, okay, endless nights, no rest, constantly sacrificing, being away from home, being away from family, being away from your loved ones, being away from what you want to do, so that when somebody else who's broke ass, who won't put in the time, you want to feel bad because they're pitying. If you just help me out, I'm going to get ahead of this bullshit. I'll say, fuck that. You had the same opportunity. As a matter of fact, was that not you hating on my shit when I was getting started? Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I was working? Where were you? Were you at least pushing me, motivating? Jay, stay on track. You got it. Look, I don't know what it is, how it's supposed to be there, how you're supposed to get there, but I know you got it. Some little bit of push. Not that I need it. I don't need nobody's fucking cheer. I get shit done because that's what I'm after. Okay, that is a mindset. That's it. I am no better than anybody else. You just have to have a mindset and go after it no matter what. So, those distractions that come in, I would say, ignore them, avoid them, because if they're not doing you any good, they're not there for you. My next video is on time, being time sensitive, being time respectful, and being time mindful. That is huge when it comes to success. Let me get 30 minutes of your time so we can talk about, fuck that. If it's not making me, if it's not building me, I don't have time for it. It's not about being an asshole and avoiding people. But again, you cannot have a vision, you cannot have clarity and have constant distractions, constant naysayers. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be your loved ones. I got a vision because I'm not going to acquire that vision unless I pursue it. And if I constantly get distracted and allow my distractions to constantly distract me, then I'm never going to get there. You understand? Look at it almost like a straight path, and success is far from a straight path. But look at a straight line. I got to walk from point A to point B. The faster I get to point B, that's where I acquire my success. That could be a mile long. That could be 500 miles long. That could be whatever it may be. Now, if you walk on there and you speed up and you're going and you're going and you stay focused on that lane, you're going to get there sooner and faster. But if every time you're taking a step, there's an asshole to the left or right tossing shit at you and you're responding to it, that's delaying you. You see the simple example I'm tossing out there is you got to avoid that. Just keep going. Just keep moving. He said, she said, I don't give a shit what he said, she said. The day tomorrow when I'm successful, when I'm on my yacht, when I'm overseas enjoying my vacation and they're still back home broke, they ain't got a whole lot to say today. Focus on your lane. Look, you cannot allow distractions. That's the whole purpose of this one video here is there is always going to be distractions. And again, the closer you get to success, the more it's going to come. Because remember, when you're after success and you are succeeding a little bit at a time, a little bit more, things are going to be changing. Now you're hanging out with different people. Now you're around different environment. Now you're driving something better. Now you're getting this. And the haters steady seeing you. You are their highlights of their day. And they cannot stand that because they would rather much you have them there. Misery follows misery. And they don't want to see one of misery get away. Right? That's a little less of their crowd now. Now they got to go get somebody else, another bum, to come hang out with them. So they don't want to do that. And not only that, the more you do, the more success, the more they look like shit. Always. That's the way it works. Good pump this morning. It was actually a leg workout. I woke up and I did the leg work. See what I did there? Awesome shit. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get ready, quick shower, go have my breakfast, first meal of the day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it gets your metabolism started and going and rolling for your next meal and your next meal, and you keep going. So stay tuned. Next video, time management. Stay tuned for that. A lot of you need to listen to that. Thank you for watching.